CINAHL, or the Cumulative Index of Nursing and Allied Health Literature, is a database of research on nursing and allied health professions that indexes more than 3,000 journals going back to 1937. It is our top recommended database for the health sciences. CINAHL is particularly useful for nursing, physical and occupational therapy, public health, nutrition, and human services. This video will provide an overview of searching in CINAHL and help you find relevant research. To access CINAHL, first navigate to the library's website, library.laguardia.edu. Then, select the Databases, Articles and Books Online tab. From here, select Browse Databases by Subject. You can find CINAHL under Health and Nursing Databases. CINAHL will be right at the top of the page since it is our top recommended resource for health sciences. After you click on the database link, provide your CUNY single sign-on credentials if requested. Now that you're looking at the CINAHL homepage, you can enter your query into the main search bar. It's important to take a moment here to be thoughtful about the search terms you use. When we're using academic databases, you should conduct a keyword search. Instead of entering a full sentence, you can break down your research into distinct concepts or ideas. This might feel different from how you search with Google or AI, but the results will pay off. For example, with a question like, how does cultural competency improve nursing outcomes? We can separate this into three concepts: cultural competency, nursing, and outcomes. The best database searches will combine these short keywords or phrases to identify articles that mention all of these concepts. You should also think of synonyms when selecting keywords for your search, because researchers may use different words to refer to the concepts you're studying. For example, if you're a rad tech major, you would want to use the full name of the profession, radiologic technology, or similar terms like medical imaging and X-ray technician. Once you've selected your keywords, enter them into the search box and click Search. If you want to improve the efficacy of your search, you can also use the Advanced Search menu to group keywords with additional constraints such as and, or not. Additionally, you can also limit your search of keywords to specific fields like title, abstract, or author. These options will change how the database treats each keyword and can help you find the most relevant articles. Ask a librarian for help if you run into any issues with advanced search features. It's normal to need some trial and error to dial in a helpful search. Once you enter your search, you might find that many articles come up, more than you could ever possibly look over in one sitting. If that's the case, you can use additional filters to narrow down your results. The goal is to use these filters to strategically limit the search results to only the articles you're interested in. Just under the search box, you'll find three main options that you can use to filter articles. First, if you select full text, you can tell CINAHL to only show articles that LaGuardia has access to. Some records in the database are only abstracts, meaning they describe the research rather than provide the full article. This can be helpful in some situations, but if you're being asked to find articles for class, you probably want to have access to the entire text. Next, you can limit your results to just peer-reviewed articles. This will filter out any magazine articles, editorials, or other sources that did not go through a rigorous review process. This is likely what your professor is looking for if they tell you to find scholarly or academic sources. Finally, you can adjust the date range of the search results by their publication date. Health research is always improving, so filtering out old articles can provide you with the best recommendations. a good approach is often to select the past 5 years option to strike a nice balance between removing old articles and not being too restrictive. If you're looking for more filtering options, you can click All Filters to find additional ways to limit your results. These include resource type, subject, publisher, and more. Now, after applying the filters, you should have a more manageable number of articles to look through. When you've decided what article you want to read, click on the title to open the article detail page. This provides valuable information, including when and where an article was published, as well as an abstract that can give an overview of the article. If you think an article might be useful to your research, it's highly recommended that you take a moment to copy the citation. Click the quote icon at the top to open the citation menu. Here, you can select the citation style required for your class, most likely APA, and copy the full citation to your clipboard. Paste this somewhere safe to email it to yourself so you can come back and find the article again. Now, to read the article, look for the Access Now button just below the title and publication details. When you click this button, CINAHL will do one of two things. First, if the button has a PDF icon, it will open the article directly in CINAHL. This will immediately display the full text of the article, and from here, you can click the download button to save the article to your computer. If the listing only says Access Now with an arrow icon, CINAHL will take you to the website of the article's publisher. This can make it a little bit trickier to track down the full text of the article. However, you should still be able to find it. Follow these tips. First, look for a PDF or download button. This button often appears underneath the title or may be in a separate sidebar. Click the button to read the full text in your browser or download the article to a program like Adobe Acrobat. With the strategies outlined in this video, we hope you feel confident in your ability to use CINAHL as a research tool. If you have further questions about using the database, you can click the Help button in the left sidebar or reach out to a librarian. Librarians are available in person at the library's reference desk or over chat at library.laguardia.edu.